Going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing. Very excited to bring this to you guys. It's basically a test hand tutorial for the True King Yang Zins. I've showed you guys how to perform the combos, and I'm very grateful that I noticed after the video that I put up for the combos that a lot of people got the grand idea of how powerful, overpowered this deck is, and how the combos are pretty much infinite, and you just really have to think and manage your resources well. I noticed after that video also that a lot more True King Yang Zing variants started popping up, so I'm glad to help. So we're going to go ahead and draw first 5 cards. And we're just doing random test hands to show you guys the consistency of this deck without diagrams. So if you can't afford diagrams, you can still play this deck. So we happen to draw a, ridiculously broken hand. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give up these 2 Yang Zin cards, Creation and Pillars, which actually together with any Yang Zin are a great setup if you don't even have True Kings, just to be able to negate, pop and summon 2 Yang Zins off of the Creation and off the one you popped, and summon for Dinlong, synchro for Dinlong on your opponent's turn. So these 2 with the Yang Zin are, just a nice setup, but we're going to give it up for Jiaotu. So we're going to normal Jiaotu. Let's see if you guys get a good angle. Bam. So we're going to normal summon Jiaotu, discard these 2. From our deck, we're going to summon Zafranu, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen me do this in the last combo video. And we're also going to summon Bion. There's a reason why I summon these 2. A lot of people do it different. This is how I like to do it. There's just certain ways I play the deck. There's a certain way that everybody plays the deck, and there's a certain way I like to do my combo. So we're going to go ahead and synchro summon for Dinlong. Using Dinlong's effect, we're going to search out our 9 pillars. You can search out Path or 9 pillars, but because we're going first and we're setting up for the invincible, unbreakable board, we're going to go ahead and search out 9 pillars. You can search out 9 pillars, Creation, or even Path. Honestly, it's totally up to you. And we are going to go right back in for Dinlong's effect and send a Bixie from deck to grave to make himself a level 2. I don't know why I'm shuffling because I'm going back in. Then we're going to synchro for 8, summoning Baxia. And Dinlong's effect will go off, which will then special summon what we actually need because we have Agni Mazud in our hand, so we're going to need a fire. And it's so cool that the Yang Zins actually get you to your targets if you open, because notice we opened up with these 2 True Kings and absolutely no targets for either one of their effects, and it's just so beautiful, the synergy, how the Yang Zins flow with the True Kings, getting you exactly what targets you need, and vice versa, because Fathomer and Agni Mazud actually let you add your Yang Zins from your graveyard and your deck, add from grave to hand and special summon from your deck. So the True Kings and the Yang Zins just cooperate so well with each other and complement each other's playstyles magnificently. And from here, we're going to actually special summon our Swanee. Then we're activating Agni Mazud from hand, and we're going to pop the Fathomer, and we're going to pop Swanee. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me see. Yep. Boom. Beautiful. And I always do a Fathomer Chainlink 1 and whatever Yang Zin it is, Chainlink 2, because if they negate something, I'd rather they stop the Yang Zin. I want my Fathomer to go off because I want my Magma Dragon. So we're going to go ahead and from deck, we're special summon, obviously. So this is going to seem a little strange and a little different, but we're going to summon Zafranu. Now, the reason why we're summoning Zafranu is because we may not overextend any further in this combo. So I do want a good Yang Zin to pop off of my pillars. Even though he's not a floater, he just turns 1 9 pillars into another 9 pillars. What do I mean by that? When you pop him, you're going to search another 9 pillars off your 9 pillars. So we're going to special summon him from the deck. And also, as Chainlink 1 resolution, Fathomer is going to bring out my favorite monster in this whole deck, Magma Dragon. Magma Dragon's effect will then occur to bring back your Fathomer. And then you will overlay these 2. Whoops, why am I overlaying Baxia? You will overlay these 2 True Kings into your True King of all calamities. Bam. And the cool thing is we have not used Baxia's effect. Now remember, that's why I wanted to summon my Zafranu. Then we're going to use Baxia's effect, popping Zafranu, and we are going to special summon from our graveyard. Or let's get some big defense popping, our Bixie. And Zafranu's effect will let you search out another Yang Zing path. I'm sorry, not a Yang Zing path, another 9 pillars. Now honestly, you can search out the path, but for this combo, like I was telling you guys, I want to make this board as unbreakable as possible. So this is an alright field. I'm not going to lie. It's not extremely overpowered. We just so happen to have double 9 pillars and a True King of all calamities. It's nothing special, but it's extremely powerful. It really is. And what this deck does is just, it's crazy. And if we set these 2 and pass, this is going to turn into something completely different. But let's do a whole nother test hand. So we're just doing random stuff. But now you see the importance of Zafranu. And now you guys see why I summoned Zafranu and not another floater. Because I knew I was going to use my Baxia. And also, like I told you, when you summon Zafranu and you have a 9 pillars, when you activate 9 pillars to negate your opponent's card, you're going to pop the Zafranu and you're going to get a guaranteed extra 9 pillars. So it's basically like your 9 pillars is never a waste and you'll always have one if you use it on Zafranu. So the Zafranu is definitely one of my favorites. That just happened to be really broken. But for some reason, without diagrams, I still find myself opening broken all the time with this deck. So let's see what this hand does. And I really hope that this is another broken, beautiful hand. So we drew Fathomer, Strike, Warning, Guiding Ariadne, and Jiaotu. Now this hand is not very playable at all. In fact, all we can do is really just stall our opponent out with the counter traps. So we're going to activate Guiding Ariadne because we're not paying any lights for that Warning or that Strike. And we're going to set the Jiaotu. And we'll play the wait game for 1 turn. So let's say we activated both of these. Jiaotu somehow dies. From our deck, obviously, we're going to summon the target for the Fathomer we have in our hand. We're going to summon Bixie. And we're just going to pray for the best for our next turn. Draw for turn. Oh! Yes! Activate. Pop. Pop. Summon him. Lithosagum. Chainlink 1. Bixie. Chainlink 2. How are we going to pull this one off? I know what I'm going to do. Bixie's going to summon Zafranu. Lithosagum's going to special summon Jiaotu from the graveyard. Oh! It's not over. It's not over, though. Look at that brick hand. Quote, quote, bricky. Look what it turned into. Okay. Synchro summon for 8. Oh, man. Now I'm excited. Baxia, we're going to spin those two, whatever they are. Then we're going to use Baxia targeting our Fathomer. And from our graveyard, we are going to special summon our Jiaotu. And when Fathomer is destroyed, we are going to special summon our Magma Dragon, my favorite. You know how I love that Magma Dragon. And we are going to use his effect. And what do we want to revive? Let's revive. We use his effect. We use both their effects. So at this point, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and special summon that Fathomer. So look what we turned that, quote, quote, bricky hand into. We at least made a field out of it. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And you didn't have to go for Magma Dragon. This is what you could have went to before I start putting my cards back into the deck. When Fathomer is destroyed, you can do this. You can special summon a Zafranu. And you can go ahead and synchro for another Baxia. Spin 2 more and just attack with those. And also, and I'm showing you the 2 different ways you could do it. I went for Magma Dragon just because I love him. But if you don't go for Magma Dragon, and if you chose to go for Zafranu instead of Magma Dragon, when you destroyed your Fathomer off the first Baxia, you'll make a second Baxia, right? And then you use his effect, because the second Baxia, we already, we went off with him, use his effect on Fathomer. Use him on Guiding Ariadne. Pop your Guiding Ariadne. After you shuffle 2 cards, search out whatever counter traps you need. Attack with those and keep playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So that actually was not bad. It really wasn't. And the deck's playability and functionality without diagrams is actually preposterous. Like, it's pretty insane how you just do the stuff that you do. It's like unthinkable. It's bullcrap to me. It really is. This is a kind of deck that I would hate playing against. And I'd really just hit you with that wake me up when you're done, fam. Let me know. So I hope this next hand is just going to be really broken. I just want a broken, diagramless hand with no diagrams. I want a broken hand. I want to open broken. So let's see here. 1, looking good. 2, looking good. 3, looking good. 4, nah. Oh! We at bare minimum have a True King of all calamities. Activate Sagum. Pop. Pop. Zafranu only gets his effect if this card is destroyed from the monster zone. So no effect of Zafranu. But effect of Fathomer, special Magma Dragon, special Fathomer. Overlay those 2. Go into True King of all calamities. Set your strike. Pass turn. Woo! That was a nice hand too as well with no diagrams. That is beautiful. All right, maybe do 1 more. Yeah, maybe just 1 more because I actually want to do some deck profiles today. I just want to do a lot of stuff for you guys because I have not been, I haven't been frequent. Even when I came back into it, I've been kind of, here and there, like every couple of days, posting stuff. I'm trying though. I really am trying, you guys. I don't know how some YouTubers do it. I imagine that they just don't have jobs or lives. Because I've seen dudes that are able to just give 24/7, you know, all of their time to their channel. And I wish I could do that, but unfortunately, I don't live with my mom. It's just me and my girl. And you know, she shows love. She rides for me. My girl supports me financially. But for the most part, I take care of everything. And the only time I need her is when I ask her. But I really prefer for her to not work. I'm a good man. So yeah, that's kind of one of the main reasons why I don't upload every single day 24/7. But when I do upload, you guys know I like to put multiple videos up for you to see, so that you'll be satisfied for the time being, because I care about you guys. I care about your opinions. I love every single subscriber that I have. I'm not a ginormous YouTuber. I don't have 30 million subscribers or anything like that, but I don't care. I'm satisfied with what I have, and I believe that my channel is underappreciated. I do believe that Team King of Games is a channel that people underestimate us, and once we get collaborations and more people start to realize what we're capable of, they'll start cooperating with my dream, and they'll help me bring into fruition all of the things that I want. So we're going to go ahead and draw 5. Oh, I drew my Magma Dragon. No! It's all good. So we're going to go ahead and pop off that Jiaotu combo. Send 2 Yang Zins, 9 Pillars, and a Swanee. And we're going to do the same thing that I always do. We're going to summon Zafranu, and we're going to summon Beyond. Zafranu, Beyond, going back in. Sing for 5. Dinlong effect. We have Guiding Ariadne, so we actually have a counter trap. We have counter traps because we're just going to pop it with our Baxia, which is pretty cool. I do love drawing Guiding Ariadne, period. You can pop them with your True Kings. You can pop them with your Baxia. When you get Diagram, you can pop him with your Diagram. Really clutch. So this time, since I already searched 9 Pillars, you know, the other 2 times, we're going to search out 9 Yang Zing Path this time, just to see what we actually draw. Hopefully, we can just draw more counter traps, because I do run 10 counter traps, I believe. So that's 1/4 of my deck that I can possibly draw, especially off of 2 cards. Going back in for his other effect, send the Big C. Level 2, sync for 8. So Jiaotu automatically becomes Baxia with an additional combo extend. So from here, I think what I want to do, what I want to special summon, I know what I want to summon. What I want to do, just at the offset chance that I might draw the right True King, I'm going to special summon Zafranu. So if I draw my Lithosagam off my path, then I can use his effect and pop him. And if I don't, when this guy dies, I'll get something else out of it. And I do not plan on popping him. Even though, funny thing, if I pop Zafranu or if I pop Guiding Ariadne, I'm going to get a counter trap anyways. So that was another reason why it was okay to search the Yang Zing Path off of Dinlong, because you're still going to get your counter trap. So that guy's been summoned. And then we're going to activate Guiding Ariadne. We're going to use Baxia, popping Guiding Ariadne. And from Graveyard, we are going to special summon Jiaotu. Now, in case nothing happens, we're going to just synchro with that. But what I want to do is I want to leave Zafranu on the field, just in case I draw my Lithosagam. Honestly, I feel like I should have special summoned either Big C or Beyond, because just in case, you know, you draw the Water True King. But no, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to leave Jiaotu in grave. And then we're going to go ahead and resolve the Guiding Ariadne by searching out. I'm going to reveal. Unfortunately, one of my 9 Pillars is engraved. So what I'm going to do is, we have a Zafranu in our extra deck. So what I'm going to do is, instead of being an idiot and getting on someone's nerve revealing 3 strikes, because I can reveal 3 strikes now, I'm going to reveal 2 9 Pillars and a Yang Zing, a Zephyr Divine Strike. And more than likely, what they're going to do is they're going to give me the Zephyr Divine Strike. And the reason being, we're choosing this over Solemn Strike. We can probably draw into Solemn Strike. And also, this is a bit more flexible, negating monster effects, spells, and traps. The only thing that the only edge Strike has over this actual Strike is that it stops special summons. But we are in a true Draco heavy format, so most of the time Solemn Strike is used on monster effects. So we're going to go ahead and search that Zephyr Divine Strike. And of course, you know your opponent, he's never going to give you 9 Pillars purposely. So that's that. And then we're going to activate Yang Zing Path. And we're going to put back all 3 of these Yang Zings right here. We're going to leave Dinlong in the graveyard. Reason being is because Magma Dragon is going to make his comeback eventually. And we're going to bring him back from the graveyard off Magma Dragon. His effect will be negated, but you'll be able to synchro into 9 for Chow Fang, and then special summon another. So we're leaving Dinlong in the grave. And we also have another one in our extra deck anyways. So I have to bless that top deck. 1, 2. No! I should have summoned Bixie! I should have summoned Bixie! It's okay, it's okay. It's all good. What do I want to do now? Because I can do something freaky with this hand. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to synchro for 8. We're not going into Baxia. I'm going to summon Cypher and Lord Omega. I'm going to set my Divine Strike. And I'm going to pass. Of course, I'm going to rip from them. And I'm going to strike them. Banishing my Zafranu from the extra deck. And I'm going to play the wait game. This guy will come back. Draw. We drew Yang Zing Creation. Now, the funny thing is, since we've waited literally 1 turn, we have a whole nother combo to perform just off of this guy, off of your Baxia and your Beyond. I just love this deck so much. I think that's it for the test hands. And these are just test hands. It's not a combo tutorial. It just ended up being a random test hand combo video. So tell me guys what you think of the functionality of this deck. I definitely believe that the deck needs diagrams, but I also am a firm believer in running budget decks. Not saying that I'm a budget player because I'm really not broke at all, but I support, you know, the Yu-Gi-Oh community in the fullest. I support competitive players, and I also love to support budget players and anti-meta players. The reason why is because you never get enough you never show enough love for the little guy. And I'm sure that you guys can respect what I'm saying. And it's very true. The little guys, you know, the people that don't run True Dracos, that don't run Zodiacs, win Metaphors and Paleozoics and Blue Eyes and what was another one? And ABCs, you know, Blue Eyes, ABCs, Metaphors, Paleo. When those were the most rampant decks, the most powerful and popular decks, it was like if you weren't playing that, you weren't considered to be a good player. And that's not true. I love to support the people who can't afford it, who, you know, are just barely making it, and they're trying to find, you know, a competitive build still. That's what I do a lot of my decks for. I'm not saying I'm not a meta player. I am a meta player. I play at all types of Yu-Gi-Oh events. I go to UDSs, I go to regionals, I go to nationals, I go to worlds, I go to all these events. But nonetheless, at heart, I believe in supporting the budget players. So this is a budget deck. It does not have diagrams. And you can absolutely build this deck with, if your budget is $130 or less, you can build this deck. And you don't even have to, even with the new reprint, which is actually really cool because Crystal Wing and Omega got a reprint. So this deck is even more affordable than it was before. These are not the reprints though. These are the actual, you know, this was like 45 and this was like 50. But anyways, this deck is more affordable than ever. And even without the diagrams, you guys saw the capability and the functionality of the deck. It's not like extremely borderline broken consistent how Zodiac opens up with the same thing. Sometimes it's a random gamble. But the most beautiful thing about the Yang Zing archetype is its grind game synergy. Every single monster, except for this guy, is a floater. Every single monster is a floater. Meaning that even if you don't draw the right hand, Yang Zins before True Kings were incorporated into were basically that kind of deck where you just slowly float and then synchro summon at a random time on your opponent's turn. Every single Yang Zing has the effect. If it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you special summon another one. So at bare minimum, your grind game synergy, you can outlast a lot of other decks. I understand that Zodiac Whiptail exists, but I also know that I run 10 counter traps. But anyways, that's beside the point. This deck is incredible. And like I said, without diagrams, the deck's functionality is incredible. I've shown you guys a duel video, and I'm going to show you guys more duel videos playing with this deck, because some of the things that this deck can do, if you open up with your True Kings, is incredible, which is another reason why you would want to play diagrams. But even without diagrams, I play 11 True King, which is 1/4 of my deck is just True King monsters. So I think that this deck is just so incredibly broken. It's just absolutely broken. There is no there is no bad thing I can say about this deck. This deck is just great. It gets great results, and I've outlasted so many decks playing with the Yang Zins. The Yang Zins are your backbone, and the True Kings are your muscle. So tell me guys what you think of this deck, and also if you love Team King of Games, please do me a small favor. Tell your friends about us. I'm not really thirsty. I've never really asked for support. in my mind, I see it like this. If you're going to support us, you'll do it of your own accord and you don't need me to convince you. So I'm not that type of YouTuber that's going to say, smash the thumbs up button, smash that notification bar, subscribe to us. I just ask you, tell your friends about us and let them make it, let them make that decision on their own, whether or not they want to support this team. And I do believe in you guys and your dreams. And if there's anything that I can do with you, if there's anything that I can do for you, if it's in my power, trust and believe that I will do it. Ask about me. I love you guys. Be safe. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Carthage must be destroyed. And y'all have a wonderful day.